Hello there, welcome to our channel. Today we will show you a collection of repurposed relics, turning old factories into stunning eco-luxury furniture ideas that sells fast. So, watch the video until the end to see these beautiful ideas and get inspiration. We post furniture, decor and craft ideas videos on daily basis. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to never miss these inspirational furniture, decor and craft ideas. Smash the notification bell so that you will be notified when we upload new videos. Also, don't forget to like and share this video, as your likes and shares enable us grow our channel and give you more content in return. Repurposed relics carry a special kind of charm, blending the past and present in ways that feel both nostalgic and refreshingly original. When old objects are given new purpose, they tell stories that would otherwise fade in forgotten corners of storage rooms, abandoned workshops, and dusty attics. Instead of being discarded, these relics transform into functional or decorative pieces that speak to craftsmanship, sustainability, and emotional connection. The value of repurposed relics is not merely practical. It lies in their character and the sense of continuity they create between generations. Each mark, scratch, and weathered edge becomes part of a narrative that new materials simply cannot replicate. In many creative spaces, makers and designers are increasingly attracted to the idea of using worn materials and outdated objects as the foundation for modern pieces. It could be something as small as an old metal hinge transformed into a key holder, or as elaborate as a wooden barn door turned into a dining table. The appeal lies not only in the final product but also in the process. Working with aged materials requires patience, imagination, and respect for the original craftsmanship. Instead of forcing the material into a rigid new form, many artisans prefer to highlight the imperfections and natural where that time has etched into the relic. This approach allows the history of the object to remain visible, enhancing the authenticity of the repurposed creation. People often form emotional connections with items that have been part of their family history, and repurposing becomes a way of preserving those connections. An old sewing machine base may become a coffee table, maintaining the memory of a relative who once used it daily. A rusted metal gate may become a wall decoration, reminding family members of a home they once lived in. These items do more than look appealing, they preserve personal heritage. They create a feeling that the past still exists in a meaningful and practical way, rather than being boxed away in storage or thrown into landfills. This emotional layer adds depth to repurposed pieces, making them feel more valuable than mass-produced, brand-new items. The movement toward repurposing relics also reflects a growing awareness of sustainability. In an era where consumption is high and waste accumulates rapidly, finding creative uses for old materials becomes a responsible and appealing choice. Each repurposed item represents resources saved, energy preserved, and environmental impact reduced. Instead of encouraging more manufacturing, repurposing encourages thoughtful use of what is already available. This slow, intentional approach to design counters the trend of fast furniture and disposable decor. It reminds people that the most meaningful pieces in a home often come from the most unexpected places. Workshops and makerspaces have embraced this philosophy, and many of them now support repurposing as a key element of their creative culture. People gather to learn welding, woodworking, painting, and restoration techniques, skills that bring forgotten objects back to life. Repurposing relics becomes both a craft and a community activity. As makers collaborate, share ideas, and experiment with different materials, the act of repurposing becomes a platform for innovation. Modern tools blend with antique components, creating pieces that combine tradition with contemporary design. A metal worker may pair industrial scraps with smooth new finishes. A woodworker might rescue beams from demolished buildings, shaping them into elegant furniture that carries hints of its architectural past. The stories embedded in repurposed relics often inspire the design choices made during the transformation. For instance, if a piece of wood comes from a disassembled ship, the maker may choose to keep the weather texture to reflect its maritime origins. If a metal frame comes from a factory machine, the industrial aesthetic might be emphasized rather than concealed. These decisions reinforce the idea that repurposing is not simply a matter of using old materials, but about honoring their origins. When done thoughtfully, the result becomes something far more meaningful than a generic object with a shiny new finish. For many artisans, the process of working with old materials becomes a source of inspiration in itself. Worn textures, patina, and irregular forms encourage experimentation. Unlike new materials that can feel predictable, relics come with surprises, hidden grain, unexpected patterns, or structural challenges that require creative solutions. These challenges can lead to innovations in design, prompting creators to think beyond traditional forms. The imperfect nature of relics becomes a strength, allowing pieces to develop character and presence. The commercial market for repurposed relics has grown steadily as people seek authenticity and uniqueness in their homes. Flea markets, salvage yards, and second-hand shops have become treasure troves for collectors and makers alike. Each visit presents the chance to find unusual materials with potential for transformation. Some artisans specialize entirely in repurposing, producing collections that reflect a deep understanding of both engineering and aesthetics. Their work appeals to customers who appreciate craftsmanship and want to bring pieces of history into their living spaces. The rise of social media has also contributed to the popularity of repurposed relics. Platforms filled with creative ideas inspire millions to experiment with their own projects. Tutorials and transformation videos demonstrate how simple it can be to turn outdated items into something beautiful and functional. This accessibility encourages people to participate in the movement, whether they have advanced skills or are just beginning to explore hands-on creativity. The more people engage with repurposing, the more awareness grows about sustainability and craftsmanship. Repurposed relics create a bridge between the old and the new, reminding people that beauty does not always require perfection or modernity. In fact, the imperfections often become the most captivating part of the piece. The dents, scratches, faded colors, and worn edges reveal a history that enriches the new purpose. This concept challenges the modern obsession with flawless surfaces and encourages an appreciation for authenticity. Nothing else captures the feeling of continuity and timelessness quite like an object that has lived multiple lives. As repurposing continues to grow in popularity, its influence expands beyond personal creativity and into culture itself. Communities start valuing preservation over disposal, craftsmanship over convenience, and uniqueness over mass production. Makers, homeowners, designers, and even businesses integrate repurposed relics into their workspaces and interiors, creating environments that reflect creativity and sustainability. The movement becomes more than a trend, it transforms into a mindset shaped by respect for history and responsibility toward the environment. Repurposed relics offer endless possibilities, limited only by imagination. Whether they take the form of functional furniture, decorative art, or innovative design pieces, they carry emotional depth and environmental purpose. They honor the past while providing practical value in the present. They encourage creativity, celebrate craftsmanship, and promote sustainable living. Most importantly, they remind people that even objects considered outdated or broken can still have purpose and beauty. Well, dear viewers, there you have them. Our hand-picked repurposed relics, turning old factories into stunning eco-luxury furniture ideas that sells fast. Which ones did you like? What did you like about them? Share us your thoughts in the comment section. We hope you've enjoyed our today's content. If you do, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and also smash that notification bell so that you will be the first one to be notified when we upload new videos. It takes a lot of time and effort to make these videos. Your subscriptions, likes, and shares are what inspire us to create more content. Therefore, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And finally, thank you for watching until the end. We look forward to seeing